All right, let's try this all over again here. Kind of messed up on the first one for within the first 10 seconds. So want to make sure everybody's on and you guys can hear me a-okay. If not, I'm going to turn up the mic's volume just a little bit. But if I'm too loud or too less, let me know and I'll make some adjustments for it. Hopefully everybody's having a good night tonight. It's Sunday, the new year, all that good stuff. You guys having any good New Year's resolutions? Anything new you guys trying to do for the business? Let me know. But I do want to let you guys know, like, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys advertise more or less during the slow months? You know, what are your slow months? Sometimes people say in different states that they don't have a slow month because of their season. You know, but I'm kind of curious, what do you guys have for your slow months? But we'll get this thing started in a moment here. I don't know if you guys got any new phones or anything like that lately, but I actually just got the new iPhone, gosh, what is it, 11 Pro Max or whatnot. It's a pretty neat phone. I got the little wireless charging thing. I don't know why even people have it. It takes forever to charge. I just plug it in and it just goes as fast, you know, faster or whatnot. So again, we'll get this thing started in a moment. Everybody have a good weekend. Did everybody work during the whole week, or did they take off during, you know, from Christmas to the New Year? What did you guys do? What's going on, Wayne? Perfect audio? All right, great. I think I'm almost perfecting this mic here. It's been driving me a little nuts here and there. Pueblo's best carpet and air. All right, so I guess air. So I guess you do air duct cleaning as well, Matt? Duct cleaning, no slow months for that. I guess so. It's kind of like HVAC, right? HVAC doesn't really have any slow months. You know, heating and cooling, same thing. So that's a good point, David. Might have to have you on for a show one time. So we'll get this thing rocking and rolling here. But, you know, do you advertise more or less? Found this meme right here. You know, I don't always spend money, but when I do, I instantly regret it because I'm broke. Have you guys ever felt this way? Have you guys ever spent like a whole bunch of marketing dollars during slow months? You're like, God dang, where'd all that freaking money go? Or did you spend it all on Christmas gifts? All on that ex-girlfriend? All on that ex-wife? What'd you spend it on? All that equipment you bought that you didn't like, that you had to return the new year, and then you got to pay that 30% restocking fee? Or that bad truck mount that just failed because you guys forgot to put some heaters on it? You know, like, I'm curious what you guys bought, you know, or what are you guys doing for this? What do you guys do for the slow months? And I'll tell you guys what we do for the slow months, how we've survived since 1985. I mean, I was born in 1982, so I don't know about back then. You know, I mean, my father was like, hey, he actually jumped the gun and went full force after, you know, selling Kirby vacuums and going door to door selling bottles of spotters. And he went to, you know what, instead of just a, you know, half page ad like the big franchise were doing back then, or even just one full page ad, he's like, screw it. You know, I'm going to do 4 full page ads. I'm going to take up the whole freaking section. And he did back then. That was the yellow pages. And, which is crazy. I still get the yellow pages today. And it's like, as soon as I get it, I'm like, man, I look at my fire pit. I'm like, all right, I just bring it straight over to the fire pit. I don't even look at it. You know, I gotta admit, I'll actually look at the yellow pages. I'll look through the carpet cleaning section to see who's there. But, you know, we have that little main listing, and that's all we have. We have that directory listing. And that's kind of like all the other directories out there, you know, even online. You always still want to make sure you have that directory listing just so that you can be found, and especially not for just being found, but mainly for Google and other search engines out there to have that, you know, because Google has all these spiders and they crawl all these different websites. So then once they see your directory, then they're gonna think you're more of a valuable website. So just make sure of that. You know, you don't have to always pay and advertise for every single listing out there. You know, you can at least just get the free listing just for that, you know, search engine optimization, you know, option. So that is something that we've built up for over the years. And again, you don't have to pay for it. Just get the free listing. You're good to go. So let's see. Matt said for the advertising, it stays the same. Really? So you don't even drop the advertising a little bit. Because, I see, cleaners go 50-50. We actually did some polls, and the majority of the poll actually stated that they actually dropped their advertising more so half of December all the way to the first week of March. So that's a long time to really kind of drop your advertising almost by 50% as well. So word of mouth keeps us swamped. I don't know about that. Advertising, word of mouth is great, but are you an owner operator? Do you have multiple employees? Are you trying to get off the truck? So I guess it kind of depends on your goal. One of the topic I'll talk about is commercial accounts. A lot of people always suggested, hey, the commercial accounts in the wintertime are our best accounts ever. And you know what? That used to be true until what? This pandemic just happened. So, tons of accounts been lost. We've actually lost a whole bunch of accounts. We tendency not to try to do a lot of overnight accounts, but a lot of people, that we hear about that's always had major commercial accounts don't even have them no more. That was their bread and butter, Even certain companies that were just doing 75% residential, 25% commercial. That 25% commercial during the wintertime held them over during the whole entire time. So, what can you do for slow months? What are you doing right now for the slow months? And again, I'll get into what we're doing for our slow months pretty shortly here. So I'll just wait some more people to jump on board here. Thought I'd jump on the fan page this time, kind of share it a couple of groups here. Let's see, another person said, we advertise the same when it's slow or busy. I have tried advertising on slow times more, and it didn't make a difference. It's a waste of money. Maybe you're not advertising correctly, or maybe you're not boosting the right post. Have you checked to see what your advertisers are doing in Google? And again, I'll jump to that in a moment here too. If you guys can see this picture right here, it's a pretty broad picture right there. It's pretty drastic. This is a guy named Raymond who just put up this post pretty recently here of some products that he used. And of course, he used TMF products. He used Black Label, and then he rinsed with Ultimate All Fiber Rinse. So, if you're not a carpet cleaner or anything like that, and you're just scrolling through your news feed on your phone, you see a picture like this, what are you going to do? Carlton said, that's why I have to keep janitorial on deck at all times. I hear you, man. I hear you. But still, if they're canceling out, if there's nobody inside the buildings, what are you going to do? So, but again, with this picture too, what kind of pictures are you promoting on Facebook? What kind of pictures are you putting on your Google posts, your YouTube feeds, and so forth? Try to get the most dirtiest carpet you possibly can, and stop trying to take it with the most weakest phone out there. Pay the extra bucks, get a better phone, get a little bit better camera, take a photo of something great. That one shot can make you tens of thousands of dollars. You can constantly keep on advertising all the way. See Courtney Lee, the second OG. He says, I always say the same way they find you when it's busy is the same way they'll find you when it's slow. True that. But you also got a good platform as well. A lot of people know you in your area, and that's what it's all about being, right? Go, 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 go. Try to be out there as much as possible. So if they know you, they know you. They're always going to give you a call back. And what we do also during the slow months, even a little bit more, is we do some postcard follow-ups. And a lot of people think, man, EDDM, is it even dead? Let's see, every industry has its peak season and a slow season. I agree. Dude, man, during the slow season, man, I just want to relax. Like, man, what's this first week of January just hit? I'm like, finally, hopefully a little bit of time to relax. But really, it's actually the time to, rethink things and regroup and figure out what do you want to do for the next season. And especially to be more prepared for the springtime, the summertime, for when it really hits. Slow season, I actually really want to travel. Heck, if I can. I don't mind traveling, but during this COVID, a lot of people are fickle about it, but I still want to. But with this postcard follow-up that we have right here, this is actually a straight blast that we did. And of course, it has my father on it, it has our logo, the van, old school van. Actually, this is actually an older postcard that I found. This is something that we did many years ago, and it actually done a lot of success off of it. Not just because it just says carpet and tile cleaning, but we actually added in our other diverse services that we added, which is pest control and flood damage. So just by having a couple of those on there, people didn't even know the other services that you even offered. And that's all we did. We just added a couple more diverse services on there. And a lot more diverse services that we've offered since then was, of course, you got the tile and grout cleaning, but even a little bit step further is actually, doing some stone polishing, some marble finishing, the grout lines, different coloring, sealing, and so forth. So a lot of that appeals to more people. So the more diverse services you have, the better it is. So I'm going to show you another postcard that we actually followed up on. And this is what we follow up on every so often. So this is something that it says long time no see. And this was just very blunt, very out there, get going. And again, this postcard is, I'd say, a good solid 4 years old that we did. And I'm only bringing this up to you because it showed the result. I mean, because of the results that we've had over the years, is something that I can actually share with you guys. By saying long time no see is something that we actually targeted a lot of our customers who have not used us in a certain amount of months. So normally, once it reaches about that 9-month and then 12-month mark, we actually have certain tags it'll have a certain flow, where then it'll send out a certain postcard actually on the 14th month if they've never used us during all those other months, because we already have specific postcards that go out. We even have email marketing that goes out. Certain text message marketing, I see Courtney mentions text messaging. That is a game changer as well. No lie. I mean, we even use it for TMF and so forth. It works out great. But again, there's also a lot of laws and so forth. And even with email lists, I even hear some guys saying, yeah, we just bought this email list. I'm like, dude, that's the most stupidest idea you can possibly do. Once you buy an email list and you try to send out a blast to it, your IP address, your domain is going to get blocked and so forth. So it's not something you really, really want to get into, of buying any sort of list or even any phone number type of list in your area. But this is something that's actually worked great for us. And again, a lot of people always think postcard marketing has been dead, but surprisingly, they have it. And even actually, if you flip, well, I can't show you because I can't flip the card over, but we actually have a coupon code also for them to use us. And it's a little bit bigger coupon code than it was beforehand to reuse us, since they were already a past client of ours. So another thing too, even just without the postcard design, during the slow months, especially, again, from December 15th, normally for people, to about March 1st, it gets the slowest. Ours kind of fluctuates a little bit here in Virginia Beach. Mainly it only gets slow when it snows, which is hardly rare. When it snows, everything shuts down. So it's kind of like COVID in March. But let's see, but what we also do like a lot of 5 around marketing. So no matter what, like once our technician goes to a house, they'll always, the neighbors will see the van and so forth, but it always goes the extra step mile to have that technician walk just a couple doors around and just pass out they don't have to knock on the door or anything like that, nothing suspicious. Just leave a door hanger. Hey, and on that door hanger, it should say, hey, we just cleaned your neighbors. And then, here's a coupon code. Here's all our diverse services that we offer. So, and that also has a coupon code on it as well. So aside from all the print marketing, this is something that we're going to be redoing ourselves. I have not personally redesigned our local cleaning website, probably since 2015. It's been that long. But I've always kept up with security updates, all the SEO, all the background. We rank #1 in Google, Yelp, Facebook, for every single term that you could possibly think of. We have the most highest reviews in Hampton Roads and in our local area than any other company out there. And there's a reason for that. Of course, for my father, for our amazing technicians that we have, the great products that we use, everything, that you can possibly think of, and also not even giving our guys more than 3 or 4 jobs a day. So that way they can take their more time and take more time with the customers and do a great quality job instead of doing 5 to 7 jobs like, we were used to doing way back in the day. So, but again, with the website redesign, I want to tell you guys one main thing that you guys should do. And a lot of people do come to us for web design, is that they say, hey, how can we do and improve our website? Number one thing it shows is that they don't have a little lock button on their domain name that's right next to it. And that's called SSL. A security, thing like that can help increase your search engine optimization. It's the craziest thing. They've been saying it for many, many years, but still to this day, a lot of cleaning companies don't even have that. You'd be amazed of just by the boost that you get, and I don't get no credit for it. You have to contact your domain registrar. So if you're using like GoDaddy, HostGator, anything like that, go to them and say, hey, you know what? I need this added to my website ASAP. Some it might be like 25 bucks, maybe around $70. Have them do all the install, the setup. You don't have to do any coding, you don't have to do anything like that. Just pay for that crap every single year. You're good to go. You don't have to do anything else. Just leave it as is. So that's one major key thing that I've seen in numerous companies that come to me about their website. But I do look forward to showing you guys step by step of what we're going to do to revamp our dry and clean website from scratch. It's going to be something I think extraordinary, something that I've always been wanting to implement a lot of my ideas into that no one else has actually done in our industry. And I will tell you one thing that we will be embedding a lot more, I don't want to say better, but probably a little more fluid base, will be more of an online booking aspect. Now, we've had online booking since day one, and it's amazing to pull up your phone and you just get the little, I get the text message alerts saying, hey, you know what, Giles just been booked. Freaking awesome. I don't even have to do anything. You know what I mean? So, and Victor is also a great guy who's gonna, he always promotes, how he gets tons of jobs off his online booking through House Call Pro, and that's what we use. But this time around, it's gonna be a little more groundbreaking, and I can't wait to show you guys. So I'll show you guys that probably in the next week or two videos of showing you step by step what we're gonna be doing to revamp our site. And this is one thing right here. Currently, right now, we've kind of focused all our main focus on TruckMountForums, over the past couple of years. It's just grown so massive. So our carpet cleaning company, we've kind of just let it kind of float, and it's time to kind of really get back in the group and get out there and take a lot more photos, a lot more videos, and so forth, and even have a different type of pricing. Now, each area is going to have a different type of pricing, right? So your area might be $45 a room. Our area might be $60 a room. I've seen other people trying to do $69 a room. So it depends on what your market is, and that's where we also come out with the polls every single year. We do an industry price list, and then we kind of break it down to what is everybody charging across the whole entire nation, and it kind of gives you a great breakdown of what everybody is charging, per pressure washing, for carpet cleaning, through square footage, tile and grout, everything you could possibly think of. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2021 will be about. It is kind of disheartening to still see people who are doing the, really, really low type rooms, but they're also on certain networks like Groupon and so forth, just trying to get those jobs and make that hustle and a bait and switch. So it is what it is. But again, we're going to be doing some more pictures like this. And another cool thing is too, is like what we did, we're normally about $50 an area. But we never go no less to going out for like 125 for any type of home. But even online, I actually upped it just to $60 an area. So it's kind of neat to still see that people still go for it, just even online based, just to have that fluid consistency. And that's what we've done a little bit differently. So one other thing too, during the I saw on TruckMountForums, a couple it was probably about maybe a couple years ago, people were saying that they normally did more larger discounts during January, February, March. And I gotta say that I didn't really agree with it for the time being, but then when we did some testing, it actually turned out to be more bigger tickets than we've ever had, because they actually just wanted to hurry up and just get it done. They wanted to add the protection, so that way they get protected for the whole entire year. It's a new year, so the best thing to sell them on is protection. So they think, of course, it will last quite some time. So they're doing even through the spring time cleaning, the summer cleaning, the fall, and so forth. That protection will last for them if they're going to be, spilling certain drinks, the fibers through the dog fiber, the dogs, oils, and so forth getting on there. So that's always a great feature to add. But you always want to give them a bigger discount. Get your foot inside that door, especially through January, February, March. Tell your customers, that you've already been doing it through the fall and the winter time. Hey, you know what? We do offer a little bit larger discounts during these time frames. And if it's already working for all these other companies, it just might work for yours. It worked for us, and we're still doing it, and we're still implementing it. So you got to try to give that a try. One last thing I was going to tell you guys about. One thing we did do is, and we're all going to get a little more into this, is a little more, TV advertising. But not just TV advertising, but there's actually other type of advertising you could look into, like such as Hulu, and other type of networks that you might not even think that you can even get onto. That's actually very affordable. You'd be very surprised. Just to look out for it. But you got to have a great video, you know. In this video right here, it says Uncle Joe's #1 carpet cleaning, $7.95 a room. This was like, you know, this was a video that my father created many years ago. You know, about, you know, you want to call the other guys? Are you tired of the other guys? And I believe this was I can't see right there. I think it was about a 30-second commercial. But this made us tremendous amount of money right here just by having this type of commercial. And, you know, we did pay for a decent, well, I probably about one of the best videographers in our area to create us this video. And this is something different that we did do that was different than, you know, print, magazine, local, and so forth. But another thing that I would look into as well would be Nextdoor, and of course Facebook, maybe a little bit of Snapchat here and there. But Google AdWords also has always been probably our best, I would say, even over Facebook, and as crazy as it sounds for marketing, Google AdWords has always been our best a return on investment for the slow months. And a lot of cleaners have just pushed out there. They might even get that free $100 coupon to advertise. You know, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do $100. I'll spend $100 for a whole entire week and see what I get. And they get nothing, nothing. You know, if you don't really have a legit guy to go to, which I kind of really suggest maybe going to a local carpet cleaning. I mean, not a local carpet cleaner. Just go to like a local cleaning company. Not a cleaning. Sorry, I would go to like a local marketing company if I were you. So that way you can kind of relate with them. You can talk to them in person, tell them what you're going through, tell them your pain points and so forth. But, you know, you always have to have that budget. But if you can't go through them, you know, Google does have a service that just for your local service ads where you can do it yourself, but it'd be a lot of broader terms. But it is neat because it can have that bar going back and forth, and you kind of see what everybody's charging, you know, what everybody's paying in that area. You know, if people are paying between $750 to $1,500, you know what? Why don't you try the $1,500? Try it and see what kind of results it brings back. But again, if you're going to bring them back to your website and your website's garbage and your website doesn't have SSL, the security certificate, and so people are going to be bouncing right back off, or no CTA, call to action, it's not worth it, right? It's just not worth it at all. So make sure you have that foundation set first. So if this is slow months, if you don't have the marketing dollars or the advertising to do what you want to do, work back up on that foundation. Go back and start doing the draw work. Stop trying to hire these guys in all these different companies, you know? Have you seen on the forums lately of how many people are being banned on their Facebook pages because they're hiring all these different types of companies to promote certain images, and they're doing all their marketing? They're giving them the access to their own Facebook pages, and they're losing their accounts. Dude, these are legit cleaning company accounts. They're not, you know, the business owner's not even posting up anything. They're relying on somebody else to do all the marketing for them, and their account is being banned. They're going to lose tens of thousands of dollars throughout the whole entire year, or if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, depending on your marketing for Facebook. So, you know, you can't just trust out Joe Blow out there. You know what I mean? There's one guy who was just promoting things from a different country, and they just got 2 of their accounts banned. Don't be one of those people. Don't be suckered in. Just because it's going viral and blah, 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 blah. Dude, stop. Take a step back. Don't take that jump. Don't be a sucker. There's a lot of suckers out there, and I'm not one. So don't you be one. But again, you know, you gotta stay focused and just try to do your own thing. Try to find a local company to help you out with marketing. You know, we do offer some services and so forth, but you know, right now we're kind of mainly focusing on. Actually, I can't tell you what we're focusing on at the moment until we actually launch our things back in March and April coming soon. But I hope everybody has a great night, a great week, a great year. And let us know in the comments if you guys are going to be spending more money for advertising during these slow months or less. Are you going to be pulling back? What are you going to do? You guys take care. Have a great night and great year.